Welcome to the sequence on Eka Rajakapotasana, which is royal pigeon pose. It's this kind of beautiful sweeping back bend with quite a strong, usually sort of pleasantly strong, hip opener on the front leg. So props wise, you might like a cushion to prop underneath your thigh, but otherwise I think just roll out your mat and we're good to go. Enjoy. Today's mudra is basically 2 for 1. It is 2 mudras, but we're going to put it together and use it as one. So the first hand, you bring your thumb, your little finger and your ring finger to connect. So you have your pointing finger and your middle finger free and extended, and then you rest your hand down on your leg. So this is prana mudra. The second hand is going to connect the thumb to the middle finger and the ring finger. So you have your little finger and your index finger free and extended, and then you rest your hand down on your leg. This is apana mudra. So we have prana in one hand and apana in the other hand. Close the eyes. Feel the weight of your pelvis drop down and the crown of your head tower up towards the light. And just feel this two-way dynamism, which is completely natural in the body. Sense of grounding, earth, and simultaneously a sense of lightness, ease, and elevation. In yoga, we would consider this to be the two forces of prana, apana. Apana is the natural movement down in the body, and prana is the natural movement up. And they're always in collaboration with one another. Notice your breathing. Recognize that same pattern here. Every exhale is a rooting down, a settling and expelling force of apana. And every inhale is an elevating, lifting energy and a sense of taking in, energizing. Prana apana. This is particularly useful for our peak posture today, which is what really benefits from consciously harnessing both. Connecting down, pressing down, and lifting up. Blink the eyes open, and then release the hands. Come to lie down on your back, knees bent, and cross your left shin over your right thigh. Draw the right thigh towards your body, and then wrap your hands around that right thigh. So basically your left hand is kind of threaded through the gap that you've created. And obviously the more you hug that right shin in, the slightly stronger the stretch will become around the back of your left hip. And it's really up to you. If you want to move the right leg around, you can. You could move the ankle as well. And see if you can do this with the top ankle flexed, so the left ankle, toes drawn back. Take that left thigh, that top thigh, and draw it all the way over the top of the right thigh. Let both of your knees drop to the right. Spread your arms wide and relax your head to the left. If you find that's too much pull, no problem, just uncross the legs. Make it a little gentler. Take a breath in. And then bring the knees back. Same thing, second side. So right shin over left leg. Draw the knees up and give the legs a squeeze. Top ankle is flexed, dorsiflex, so drawn back. You can move around the left leg if you like. And then slide the right thigh over the left. Draw both knees to the left, arms out wide. And then relax your head the opposite direction to your knees. Too strong, just uncross the thighs. And then bring the knees back. Easiest route up to sit, you can roll onto your side. Or you can rock up and come round into all fours. Once you're in all fours, tuck all 10 toes and take the hips high, downwards facing dog. See if you can breathe through your nose. If you can, then stick with it. Don't worry if you can't. And feel already how, when you start bringing your centre of gravity away from the ground, this interplay of prana apana becomes quite clear, quite pronounced. This confident pressing down into the earth, and this towering up, this lifting up, in this case of the pelvis. And then just for fun, spin all of your toes to the left, bend your knees, let your hips rock back, and then sweep the left arm up overhead. Nice. Bring that left hand down, send your hips back up, downwards facing dog. Just play with the same on the other side, so you spin your toes to the right or your heels to the left, so you're going the other way. You bend both knees and you rock your pelvis back. Really let the weight plant back, 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 and then sweep the right arm up and over the top ear. Nice. Bring the hands down. Sweep the hips back and up, downwards facing dog. Now both knees down onto the ground. Draw your hips up above your knees. So your hips are going to move forwards and up, and you come to this higher version of kneeling. Release your toes, interlace your fingers, and lift the front of the heart. Bring both hands together in front of your chest, and then step your right foot forwards. Be bold. One step. Nice. From here, really think about drawing the front crest of your pelvis up. Slightly push the back shin down onto the ground. And then as you push down and you lift up, perhaps even you'd like to add the mudra, prana mudra, so thumb, little finger, ring finger together. You got your pointing finger and your middle finger free, and then sweep high. Dynamic two-way movement in the body, pressing down and lifting up. Good, now relax your right hand down the back of your neck. Left hand hooks onto that top elbow and guides it up towards the sky. So you absolutely can stay here, you don't have to go any further. But if you'd like to turn this into Gomukhasana arms, you take the left arm, you thread it around your low back, and you reach the fingertips towards each other. Sometimes that's not terribly comfortable on the shoulder, in which case you could just rest your hand around your lower back, or you could keep holding onto the top elbow. Tuck the back toes underneath and then lift the back knee. Still pushing into the earth. Still lifting in the front of your pelvis. And then sweep the hands back down again. Hands to heart. Bring your left knee up in front of you, all the way to stand, and then cross your left shin over your right thigh. So you're back into figure 4 again. The lower you sink, the stronger it tends to become. Top ankle is flexed. And then you're going to try and keep your left leg off the ground as you bring your left foot just behind you. Left hand, left ankle, and just pause here a moment so you get a nice stretch for the quad, the thigh. And then you're so welcome to stay here, or you can turn it into Natarajasana, dancer's pose. You could even add, kind of feel in the mudras, you could even add the hand mudra with your right hand. Let's go for Apana mudra this time. So ring finger and middle finger together. Your little finger and your index finger are free. And then you draw up into a bow shape. Release the left leg back, both hands to the ground, low lunge, and then step back to plank. Bring your knees down onto the ground, bend your elbows and move down onto your front. Exhale. Roll the shoulders back and away. You can lift to cobra, which is this low back bend, or you can lift to up dog, as you prefer. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Take your time here, or spin your toes to the left, bend your knees and rock your hips back. Left arm sweeps up over top ear. Other side, bring the hand down, spin the toes to the right, bend the knees, rock the hips back, top arm over top ear. And then both hands back. Knees down onto the ground. Hips move forwards and up. Interlace fingers. Lift hard. Release toes. Hands to heart and then step your left foot forwards. Left foot forwards. Rock your weight onto that new front foot. And again, you're so welcome to stay here. You like the mudras. Thumb connects to little finger and ring finger. Prana mudra. Both arms sweep up. Push back shin into the ground. Lift the asis. And then this time it's your left hand that goes around your back of your neck, your right hand that holds onto the top elbow, guides it up. Stay there, or sneak your right forearm around your low back. Sometimes the fingertips will connect behind you, sometimes they won't. There's definitely no need to force it. You can certainly keep your arms like this. And then you tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. Sweep hands to heart. Right leg, so back leg is going to come forwards and then cross over your front shin. Figure 4. That same right leg is going to uncross and the foot just sneaks behind you. Same hand holds onto ankle. Arrange it so that you can feel that lengthening effect in your quadricep and your thigh. And then left hand, optional Apana Mudra, which is middle finger and ring finger. So you have the index finger and the little finger free. You sweep that arm up high, Natarajasana. Can you smoothly release down into a low lunge? Step back to plank. And then lower your knees, bend your elbows and come all the way down onto your front. If you like, you can go back to the original back bend, so cobra or up dog. If your spine is feeling pretty good, the back bends so far are okay, then you could bend both knees, reach your hands back towards your ankles and lift your thighs and your chest, Dhanurasana. It's too strong, it's too strong. Don't worry about it. Go back to an earlier back bend. Soften down. Hands on either side of your chest. And come back to all fours. Just all fours. And in all fours, you just sweep your pelvis from side to side to get a nice kind of snaking action up through the back. And then you're going to slide your right shin forwards into Pigeon, into Rajakapotasana. Hover here a moment. See how it feels. If you can feel it's a bit too strong, then you have plenty of options. You can prop underneath the whole of the right side of your leg. A bolster or sort of firm cushion would be good. Sometimes a block works. Just to elevate your right seat a little bit. And then see if you can rest down onto your forearms. And again, just double check none of your joints are complaining. And feel this very confident connection to the earth. Yeah, so you place this really consciously, carefully, so that you've got a good connection down, nice pressure down. You could stay here. If you would like to add on, you walk your hands back, and you really harness that pressure down. So you really consciously push down. If your back knee is okay with this, you can bend your back leg. If your back knee screams, put your foot straight back down and leave it at this. It's maybe just an indicator that the quads would appreciate a little bit more time spent on them. A bit more stretching in the front of the left leg. If it feels fine, then you can reach your left hand around and hold on. As you press down now, you float the right arm and the chest up. Possibly right hand behind the head, and sometimes the fingertips will meet. If it's not quite there, somewhere here would be awesome. Somewhere here would be awesome. Somewhere here would be awesome. And then soften back down. Take all of your weight over onto your front hip so you can bring your back leg around. And then cross your left foot over your right thigh. Hug your front shin and sit tall. Right arm up to the sky, drop the elbow over the left knee and spin into a twist. Let's have a try of the second side. So you're going to keep your left leg forwards, unhook your right leg, and take it back and away behind you. Again, so same thing here. Right side, left side, often completely different. If you feel anything in your front knee, start by propping underneath the whole of your left side. First version would be resting forwards. You can feel that it's all very tender, there's a lot going on, it's maybe just it's a bit too strong, and you could do this seated instead. Or you could lie down on your back and go right back to where we began the sequence with thread the needle. You've taken the time to make your foundations good, steady, clear. Once you have, you walk your hands back, you consciously push down and feel the heart lift. Maybe the back knee bends, left arm lifts, and you sweep your left hand behind your neck. Fingertips might connect, they might not. You could equally use a belt between the two hands. And then unravel. Soften down all of your weight over onto your front hip. Back leg comes around. Right foot crosses over left leg. And left arm goes high. Turn towards the top knee and twist. Bring the head, neck and shoulders back around. Unravel the legs. And then roll all the way down onto your back. Hug both of your knees in towards your chest. Move the knees away from each other. Arms onto the insides of the knees and just rest your hands down onto your ankles. Floating butterfly. If you like, you can turn it into happy baby. guide the heels back down towards your hips. Release the hands and bring the knees close. Put the soles of the feet down onto the ground and extend the legs long so you're lying completely flat on your back. Relax the arms either side of you, palms face up. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and sigh. Feel the contact that you have with the earth. Weight of the bones and gravity dropping through you. Allow yourself to be very heavy. And the heavier you become, notice how this dual experience arises of feeling almost like you're floating, like you're very light and buoyant. As you surrender and do less, recognize the natural interplay of prana apana. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like, or take a breath in. And as you exhale, draw one knee in towards your chest, other knee in towards your chest. Roll onto your side and press your way up to sit. As you sit, return to the hand mudras, thumb to ring finger and little finger, prana mudra. Other hand, thumb to middle finger and ring finger, apana mudra. Rest your hands down on your legs. And just one more time before you move into your day, your evening. Recognize this interplay of these two directions at all time, naturally in your body, naturally in your breath. Blink the eyes open. Namaste.